Hello everyone, this is Sushma Mohitlal. I'm the business manager for Inoject, and today I'll be presenting to you our flagship product Maplytics. Maplytics is a locational intelligence tool that can be used to visualize your dynamic CRM data on the map. So into this webinar, I'll be sharing some of the use cases that I have encountered from my clients into the educational universities as well as the NGOs. So I'll keep the use cases simple so that if you are from any other industries, you will also be able to relate to those use cases. So all lines will be muted during the webinar. If you want to ask me any questions, you can use the chat window. And at the end, we'll also be having a Q&A session. So before we dive into the session, let me give you a quick brief about Inoject. Inoject is one of the leading service providers in ISV. We have been into the business for more than a decade now, and we have also been very well known among the CRM community as well for our blogs. Apart from Maplytics, we have also been focusing on the building productivity apps which reduce multiple steps in CRM with one-click solutions. You can see few of our offerings on the slide over here. Apart from building developing apps, we are also a system integrator and we assist our partners and customers with offshore development services as well. If you would like to discuss any of your requirements for the same, you can contact us at crm@inogic.com. Let's move on to Maplytics, and Maplytics will be able to help you with the visualization of your dynamic CRM data along with the geographical insights with it. It is natively built inside the CRM, so everything runs within the CRM and no data is hosted outside the CRM. We have been focusing on various business scenarios of different industries in order to help our customers complete their tasks easily and quickly with all of our features. So let's take a look over the agenda for today's webinar. We'll start with having a quick overview over the growth of Maplytics over the years, and next we'll be seeing the market scope of Maplytics and its impact. And further, we'll be seeing the overview of the features that I have listed for this webinar and which will be followed with the live demonstration. So Maplytics has been there for more than a decade now. We started in 2011 as a store locator and we developed it more as our team researched about the customer requirements, and of course the valuable feedback from our customers and partners contributed a lot. As we grew, we added proximity search, routing optimization, territory management, and many more features over the period. Now let's move on to understand the importance of the locational intelligence. According to the executive worldwide, the locational component into the business performance has been playing a major role in many business sectors like finance, retail, logistics, real estate, and tourism. Further, its importance is going to increase even more into the coming few years. If we look at this report, it shows the locational intelligence is really important to businesses irrespective of their industry verticals, be it B2C, B2B, industries like healthcare, finance, technology, manufacturing, education, or be it any other industry, the locational intelligence has been playing a major role in business performance. Moreover, in any business, the locational intelligence is being used by the people into various job functions. It is not just limited to the C-level corporate leaders of the company, but also people into the R&D, operations, marketing and sales, and many other job functions. And they are also using the locational information into their day-to-day life. Let's have a look over this chart that shows the various use cases, right, that require the locational intelligence. Use cases like data visualization, logistics, fleet routing, tracking, and many others are of great importance in various organizations, and Maplytics is such a solution that will help you to fulfill these use cases. Before we start with the overview of the features to be covered today, Let's see a few examples of the impact of Maplytics into business. With Maplytics in use, the organizations are able to reduce the mileage cost by 10 to 30%. And we all know how valuable it is to save fuel in times when the price is going up. Scheduling field trips that used to be a tedious process, with Maplytics, we are able to save 1 to 2 hours daily that accounts to about $800 of money each month. Moreover, while managers used to spend 4 to 5 hours managing the territories, Maplytics has reduced it to only a few hours, and along with the better visual administrations and the alignment of the territories. So basically, while you are planning the routines and processes, Maplytics helps you to make the most out of it. Let's have a look over the features that I'll be covering today. So I'll starting with the proximity search. So this feature will help you to see the most nearby records that are within the specified radius around your current location. Next, I'll be discussing the feature of route optimization. Here, you'll be able to see how your people who are out on the field will be able to create the route for themselves and most optimized based on the shortest time or distance. Along with that, they will also be able to see the point of interest locations, that is POI location, that are into the nearby area. Next, I have listed down the auto scheduling. So, auto scheduling is an automated version of the route optimization where you will be able to create multi day schedules for multiple people all at once together automatically, along with the consideration of the availability of your people. Next, we'll be able to see how the territory management can be done. We'll look at the creation as well as alignment of the territories and for the visualization of the territories along with the respective records that have been assigned with. Lastly, we'll be looking into the feature of real-time tracking, where you will be able to see how you can monitor the activities of your salespeople or service providers that are out on the field into the real time as well as into the past days as well. Sorry. So let's start with the live demonstration and let me go to my demo instance. So here I am into the demo instance. So like I said, I'll be showing you the use cases that I have encountered when I was giving the demonstrations and discussing the use cases with my clients into the educational industries as well as the NGOs. So let's go on with the detailed map. So I'll just click on the detailed map over here. Okay, so the first feature that we have listed for the discussion is the proximity search. So proximity search, like the name suggests, it will show you all of the data that are within the nearby area. So here I have created one view that contains the list of the clients that I have. So here I have selected accounts and then I'll click on search. So this is the by location option, search option, where it plots the records simply based on the addresses it has into the records. So here what we are looking at is the data plotted on the map. These are the clients for which the marketing managers into any university would like to send invitation if they have any fundraising event to execute, right? So before the event gets started, before that, the marketing manager would like to advertise it and will send the bulk invitations to all of the people into the surroundings. So these are the clients that have I have plotted, and now further I can also categorize these clients. So for example, if I just use the account type, it could be the customer type, account types, or industry, sales, revenue, whatever you want. Any category, any attribute could be a category. So here I have simply selected the account type, where I have the accounts into two different types. One are the alumni of the universities and others are the existing donors that are into the CRM, right? So here what I'll do is that I'll simply right click at the event location and I select it as the current location. Now here I can just put some miles over here. At a max, I can put 3 miles over here and decimals up to places as well. So I can just click on search, and this will search for all of the donors and the alumni that are within the specified radii that I have selected. Right. Now here, if I click on these circles, I can also see the summary card over here. It will show me what is the sum and average of the donations that the university has received from the respective clients, and I'll also be able to see the line of sight distance. Right now here, if the marketing manager would like to see the travel distance, which means that the alumni and the donors, how much distance will they be covering while coming to the event location, they will be able to see that using the shortest travel distance. So I have selected this, and now it is calculating the shortest travel distance from the current location to each of the push pins. And now it will show me the two distances, the line of sight distance and the shortest travel distance for each of the push pins. So based on all of those push pins, the marketing manager will be able to see how many donors or alumni are there within each of the areas, and which of them are the most nearest ones. Right. So let's say the marketing manager feels that all of these people can come to the event and the fundraising event can be executed properly. So here I can just click on the view data here, and the marketing manager can simply select this send email button. If the person can click on this button here, you will be able to see various options. The marketing managers can simply select new email template to write an invitation mail, or simply select an existing email template if the marketing manager has already written one. So the person can just select this, and they can select whether the recipients, the donors and the alumni, will be selected as 2cc or bcc. So the marketing manager will be able to select the settings and further send a bulk email to all of these donors and the alumni in order to invite them for a fundraising event to attend that. So this was the first feature, that is the proximity search. Let's move on to the next feature that we have on the list, which is the route optimization. So let me just clear this map, and here I'll just plot the records again. So like you saw, the proximity search that can also be used by the fundraisers if they are creating a route for themselves. So here, these proximity search will basically give them the most relevant data, which means that most nearest data that a fundraisers will be able to go and meet. Right. So here, the fundraisers can simply right click on any particular location into the desktop. They can manually select it, or else if they are into using Maplytics into the mobile or the tablets, they will be able to select a button at the right hand side which is called the locate me button to fetch their current GPS locations. So if you are from any other industries and the Maplytics has been used by your service providers or the sales people or the technicians, so they can also use the features in the similar way. So here the fundraisers can simply select the current location where they are right now, and then simply select the radii over here. So here the person can select 3 radii or simple 1 radii, and here they can further categorize the data as well, and then click on search. So this will search for the most nearest data that the fundraisers can go and meet in order to collect the donation from the alumni as well as the donors. Right. So these are the data, these are the clients that are existing nearby. Here the fundraisers can start creating a route for themselves. Right. So here what they can do is that right click anywhere, and they will be able to sorry, get 3 options: set as origin, set as destination, or adding to a route. I'll just choose add to route over here, and now you can see I have selected only one. This is the donor, so I have selected only one donor to my route, but 2 more locations have appeared by itself. So the reason for this is that into the settings of the personal configuration detailed record of the logged in user. So there the person, the fundraiser, has already selected their default origin and destination, right? If your fundraisers, if your salespeople, service providers are having certain location that is always constant and is always the origin to start their journey for the day, and they always have a constant location to end their journey for the day as well. So into the personal configuration detail record, they will be able to select this locations for the origin and destination. So it will by default get fetched whenever your field people are trying to create the route for themselves. Now moving ahead, they can simply right click on some more records and then select them to be the waypoints, to be a part of the route that they have to go and meet these donors or the alumni. Okay, so here you can see the further details, the options for the route. You can see the optimization. You can select the options whether to optimize your route based on the shortest distance or shortest time, if you want to avoid the highways, avoid toll roads, if you want to see the traffic on the map or not. So you can choose all of these functions, and here you can also see some of these options are already selected. Again, this comes from the configuration detail record where every Maplytics user can personalize, basically set the default settings for the Maplytics. So once you have selected all of these options, you can simply click on go, and the fundraisers will be able to see the most optimized efficient route that they need to follow in order to meet the donors and the alumni in order to collect the donations, right? So here if I just see, so this is the route that I have got, and here the fundraisers can simply save this route for the future purpose as well. So they can do this both ways. If they are into the office, they can plan their route within the desktop, save it, and then go to the field and start plotting it on the map, and then just follow the route. Okay, otherwise if they are not planning it into the earlier as in advance, so they can also simply go to the field and create the route then and there into the mobile or the desktop as well. So both ways your fundraisers or the salespeople's technicians can use this feature, right? So here they can just put a name over here, and they can select a date when they have to go and meet these donors and the alumni. They can select themselves, and they can select your colleague as well, which means that a fundraisers or a field person basically can create the route for themselves, or they will be able to create a route for their team member as well. So once these routes that you have created from Maplytics will has been saved, these routes will get saved under the route entity. You can simply click on the map, go for Maplytics app first, go for settings, and then go for the route entity over here. And here you'll be able to see all of the routes that have been created using CRM, using Maplytics. So I'll just click on any random route that I have created into the history. So this is how the route looks like. It will show me all of the person who has been assigned with the route, and further how many clients, how many donors or the alumni that the fundraisers has to go and meet, and further the distance and the time that the fundraiser has to travel on the map. So the fundraiser can simply click on plot route as well, and otherwise they can go for activity entity as well. These routes that you are creating using Maplytics will also be saved under the activity entity. So it becomes a very convenient option while you are using the Maplytics into the phone or tablet. Just open the activities. It will show you the visualization into the calendar format. You can just click on any particular route that you have been assigned with. Just go to the route and further see all of the details of the route, and simply click on the plot route. So this becomes very easy for the fundraisers or the technicians to just plot the route that they have been assigned with, and then move on and follow that particular route. So this is how the route will get plotted. So I have just simply selected a route from the history to just show you. So here, while the fundraisers has selected, saved a route over here, the person can simply navigate themselves. Right. So here you have this navigation button. The fundraisers can simply click on these links in order to navigate themselves on the map. So into the desktop, you can see it is opening into the Chrome tab itself. However, while you are using the mobile or the tablet, it will simply switch to the another app, which is the Google Maps, in order to show you these navigation. Right, you will be able to see the sorry, whole route as well as the parts of route like A to B, B to C, like that as well. Right, so this is the default app for the navigation, which is the Google Maps. Apart from this, every Mapletics user will have the freedom to select their preferred app, which could be the Google Maps, and another supported app which is called the Waze app, WAZE. Again, into the configuration detail record, the person can select their preferred app. Based on that, it opens the respective app. If nothing has been selected as the preference, it will by default open the Google Maps to show you the navigation links. So while the fundraisers or the technicians are using these particular the Mapletics into the mobile or the tablet, it will by default open the respective app of the maps. So this was the feature of route optimizations. While the fundraisers are moving and following this route, they will also be able to select some other features that will be helping them while they are out on the field to meet the donors and the alumni in order to collect the donations. So here one of the feature is along the route. If I just click on this, this will show the all of the records that are within the specified distance, that is 0.5 miles from the route. Okay, so here you can see the rest of the records have disappeared, and only the records that are nearest, most nearest, existing into 0.5 miles of distance from the route has been appeared over here. So this is how the fundraisers will be able to see the most nearest clients that are existing that along the route. So which means that if fundraisers are meeting the clients, and let's say any ad hoc situation comes up that they didn't plan for example any meeting got cancelled, or they were not able to meet any client, they were not available, the client was not available, or any meeting got finished earlier, in that case they can see all of these records that are the existing nearby. They can just click on these clients, they will be able to see all of the details regarding the respective client. They can call the person as well. So using the simple phone function, they can simply call the person as well if they are available for a meeting or not. Now here they can also create some activities for the respective clients if they want, like creating a task, creating an appointment, or simply open the record right from the map as well. So which means that while your fundraisers or the service providers are using Mapletics and meeting clients, if any case they want to add some value to the any of the fields of the respective client record that they have been meeting, so they can simply open the respective record and just put in some value, save it, and then come back to the map again. Right. So this is how the fundraisers will be able to see which of the donors or the alumni are existing very nearby. They can just click on them, and they can also add an extra donor to their route and just click on go. This will give them the most optimized route based on the selection of an additional donor. So this is how the fundraisers or the service providers, technicians, salespeople can also modify their route that they had planned in advance based on the situations that they face into the real time. Right, so it becomes very convenient as per the situations they are facing. They will be able to modify their route and follow it. So once they have modified their route, they will also be able to update the route record. So here they can just click on save button and go for add to existing route. They can select the route they have created and click on save, or else you can simply use this open save route as well. So here you can select a range of date, or you can select a simple single date as well. Click on search and this will show you the routes that have been created, and then you will be able to click on update. So this is how you will be able to update the routes while you have made any changes to the routes as well. This will also ensure that the reporting managers of the fundraisers will be able to see always the most updated route that the fundraisers had actually followed into the field. Now, while the fundraisers are out on the field, let's say for any reason into the midway, they want to grab some lunch or they want to refill the fuel into their vehicle, so they can also go for some point of interest locations to plot on the map. So here they can just right click anywhere on the map and set it as POI location, and here you will be able to see the icons over here, right? So they can select the hotels, restaurants, attractions, airports, the coffee, gas stations, and in fact a whole list of POI location has been listed over here, right? So they can, let's say they want to just grab a lunch into their lunchtime, so they can just select, they can see all of the restaurants. Let me just select a better location. I'll just zoom in and then I'll select it. Okay. Sorry. So here you can see all of the respective restaurants have appeared up around the POI location that I have selected. So the person, the fundraiser, can simply see all of the details regarding the restaurant, and the person can also call the restaurant, and if they want, they can simply add this restaurant to the route as well. Let's say they want to fill their the fuel into the vehicle, but they are not able to search for the respective location, so they can also just put in a keyword and just click on go. This will give you all of the relevant data for that particular keyword, and you can click on that and you will be able to see further details about that particular record. So this is how your fundraisers will be able to create their route for themselves and further follow the route, and also modify the route as per the ad hoc situations that they are facing right into the field, into the real time, and further increase their productivity in order to meet more and more donors and the alumni. So this was the feature of route optimization. Let's move on to the next feature that we have on the list, which is the auto scheduling. So auto scheduling, like I said, it is an automated version of the route optimization itself. So here automated scheduling will help you to plot to create schedules for multiple people all at once, considering their availability as well, and for multiple days as well. So I'll just randomly select some of the records out of here, and here I'll just click on search. So I have 16 records. These are the donors. These are the mixture of donors and the alumni. And let's say the manager wants to create a schedule for their fundraisers to go and meet all of these donors and the alumni. Right. So here the fundraiser can simply go to the mass action and here click on auto scheduling. This will ask you to confirm, and this will consider all of the clients, the fundraisers, the donors, and the alumni that you have just plotted, and you'll be switched to the auto scheduling section. So this is the auto scheduling card, and this will give you various preferences that you can consider while you are creating the schedule. So you can select when to start the schedule over here, and you can select the fundraisers over here. So here you can select, let's say I'll select two people over here. These are the two fundraisers. At your end, you will be able to select the service providers, the technicians into the field service, or sales people, any person who wants to go on the field and follow the route that you create for them. Right. Now here you can select how many days the schedule should be for. If there are a lot of people to go and meet, in that case, you will be able to create the schedule over a span of days as well. which is multiple days. So you can select how many days the schedule should be for. You can select the each meeting duration. So let's say I'll go for 30 minutes over here. You can select when to start the day, the end time for the day, break time, and the break duration within the day, and buffer time. So buffer time basically gets added to each of the schedules. It will make sure that the fundraisers are on time for the meeting the donors and the clients. So here further you have this option of consider existing meetings as well. So what is this option? This option basically allows you to consider if there are any existing appointments created on the name of the fundraisers that you have selected over here, which means that auto scheduling will consider the availability of your fundraisers. If the fundraisers are busy at some point of time because of any existing appointments, so auto scheduling will not disturb the existing appointment. Instead, it will give schedule more appointments around that particular point of time, so that the existing appointment will not be disturbed, and along with that it will also schedule more appointments as well. Now, here into the advanced preferences, you will be getting some more details about the respective fundraisers as well as the respective donors and the alumni. So here you can see the two fundraisers have been listed over here and the respective origin and destination. Like I said earlier, the default origin and destinations the fundraisers have already selected into the configuration detail record, right? So here these have been fetched over here. You can surely change this, and further here you can select how many meetings per day should be scheduled. Let's say I'll go for 5 over here, and here I'll explain this in a while. Now here you will be able to see all of the donors and the alumni that I had plotted a few minutes ago, right? So here you can just put in some keyword over here and you can just filter your data, or you can simply deselect anyone or more if you do not want to consider them. You can also change the meeting duration for any particular meeting as well. Now here you can see existing meeting list. So this will show you all of the existing appointments that have been created on the name of the fundraisers that you have selected. Right. So here you can, if you want, you can deselect these as well. So which means that the existing appointments created for your fundraisers, salespeople, or the service providers, or the technicians into the field service, all of them. For the field service, it will be the bookable resource bookings basically. So the existing meetings will also get considered over here. Now the two options that I left earlier, what is reschedule existing meeting? It means that if it's okay to make any changes to the existing appointments or bookable resource bookings, then you can just switch it to yes. Changes as in making the changes to the owner of the appointment or changing the date and time of the appointment. If it's okay to change it, so you can just keep it as yes, or if it's not okay to disturb anything into the existing appointment, just keep it as no. Now here you can select the continuous schedule to be no or yes. So what is continuous schedule? This continuous schedule is basically used if you are creating multi-day schedule. So for example, your fundraisers, while the fundraisers started the journey for the day one, the person was somewhere over here. By the end of the day two, the person reaches up to the postal code 10308. So now to start the next day, the second day, instead of going back to the origin of the first day, the fundraiser can simply start the second day from the destination of the first day. This is what we call to be a continuous schedule, which means that you can restrict if the fundraisers or the field people are not supposed to go back to the origin every time. So if you can just keep it as yes, in case your fundraisers or the service people, service providers, technicians are supposed to go back to the origin every day, for example going back to the office to report the activities that they have been doing the whole day, so in that case just keep it as no. So you can select these options. I'll just deselect just to make it quicker over here, and I'll click on proceed. This will consider all of these preferences that you have selected over here. Further, if you have selected the consider existing meetings, it will also consider the existing appointments or bookable resource bookings for your fundraisers, salespeople, the technicians, and it will make sure to give a schedule, most optimized schedule, in order to have the field reps travel the least amount of time on the map. So here it basically considers the proximity of the location of the fundraisers as well as the alumni and the donors as well. So here you can see the route has been given, and here you can see all of the dates as well. So here you can see how many days it has been scheduled for, and further you can click on another day as well, right? So here you can see the appointments and the routes have been created over here, and these have not been saved yet. So to create them into the CRM, you can just click on create activities, and here you will be able to select the appointments, service activities, as well as the bookable resource bookings for the field service. You can select these options, and then you can select the create route. So what will happen, all of these options, the appointments and the routes will get created into the CRM within the activity entity. So you can simply go to the activity entity. The fundraisers will open their activity entity into the phone or the tablet. They will be able to see all of the appointments and the routes they have been assigned with, and they will be able to open those appointments and the routes and see all of the details regarding that particular appointment. So this is how the managers can create a multi-day schedule for multiple fundraisers in order to give them efficient routes, optimized routes, in order to meet the alumni and the donors to collect the donation and increase further the productivity. So this was the feature of auto scheduling. Let's move on to the next feature that we have on the list, which is the territory management. So many of the organizations tend to organize the areas that their field reps are handling, right? So if you have the fundraisers to get the donations from the alumni and the donors, and they have to go and meet all of these clients. In that case, you can create the territories for your fundraisers to handle, which means that every fundraiser will have their own territory to handle that particular area, and all of the donors and the alumni that exist into that area, right? So for that, we have this application, which is the territory management app within Maplytics itself. So we have several options over here: by region, by file, by region, and by drawing. Using these options, you will be able to select and plot and select the regions on the map, and then you will be able to create the territories out of these regions. So the first option is by file option. So by file option, you can see the supported file formats have already written over here. This will allow you to plot the shapefile or the Excel file. So shapefile Excel file makes it easier. Why? Because it will allow you to plot sorry, it will allow you to plot multiple regions all at once, and you will be able to create territories easily if you have all of the regions plotted on the map easily, right? So you can use shape files or the Excel files, and you can easily get them on the internet as well. So here I have selected an Excel file that contains the postal code that exists into the Staten Island. Okay, now here I have to guide Maplytics how would I want to plot the regions on the map. So here I can select any of these options. So into my Excel file, I have the postal code boundaries, right? So which is why I have selected postal code over here. Now here, region value. Here I have to select which of the column into my Excel file contains the value of the postal code that I want to plot on the map. So here, this is the column. Now here I have to select which of the column into my Excel file contains the biggest region. So into my Excel file, the biggest region is state. So I'll just select that particular column and click on plot. This will ask you to confirm, and this will plot all of the regions that I have within the file that I'm selecting. Right, so now here you can simply select these postal codes and you can right click on it to create a territory out of it. So here you can also multi select the postal codes, so which means that your territories could be a combination of multiple regions as well. So you can just select multiple postal codes and create territories out of them as well. Right. Now here, one of the most important feature that Maplytics provides is the automatic territory creation. Right. So here what I'll do, I'll just select that view that contains the donors and the alumni. I'll just categorize it and I'll just click on search. So what I want to do is that I want to create the territories automatically created for based on the distribution of the donors and the alumni into the number of fundraisers that I have. For example, if I, let's say I have 4 fundraisers for which I want to distribute these number of alumni and the donors among them to create territories for them so that they can handle easily. Right. So now what I'll do, I'll select all of the regions among which I want to create the territories, and then right click on the selected region and create territory out of it. Now here I have this option of multiple territory. So I have 4 fundraisers. I'll just put 4 and click on proceed. This will calculate the number of the donors and the alumni that I have, and it has distributed them into a balanced manner. And here I have got the territories created over here. Right. Now here I can change the name of the territory over here. If I want, I can select the fundraisers right from here and make them the territory manager for the respective territory. Now here, if I want, I can change the color of the territories as well right from the map. So this is how you will be able to create the territories based on the distribution of the clients that you have on the map, and you'll be able to create them the territories automatically for the number of people that you have going on the field. Now if you're okay with these territories that the Maplytics have given, so you can just click on actions and go for create. This will create these territories that you have on the map into the CRM, and further after creation it will also ask you whether you want to assign these territories to the respective records or not. So which means that within a few clicks you are able to create multiple territories automatically created based on the distribution of the records. Apart from this, it will also allow you to assign those territories to the respective records as well. So within a few clicks, your territory management is done, right? So further, the fundraisers can simply use these territories to visualize all of the alumni and the donors that they need to handle and go and meet them, right? So this was the feature of automatic territory creation. Apart from this, you can also manually create the territories using by region and by drawing option. If I just go for by region, here you can select the city, state, county, country. Let's go for the postal code over here. I can just put in some postal code, I can put the country, and I can click on plot. This will give you the postal code plotted on the map. I can select them, I can right click on it, and I can create territories. I can also multi select the postal code, so it can be postal code, county, country, or the state, city, whatever you want. And similarly, you also have this option of by drawing. If you are creating the shapes like this as per your requirement, you can further create the shapes on the map like polygon, freehand drawing, or the circle, square, whatever you want, and then create territories out of it. Now here you can also see I can select both of the regions received from the by region as well as by drawing, which means that within Maplytics, you will be able to create territories which could be a combination of regions that you have received as well as your drawn shape as well. In fact, it could be a combination of the by file option as well. So it could be a combination of all of these 3 options that Maplytics provides. So here it will give you a more relevant area that you want to give your fundraisers as a responsibility. So this is how you can create the territories, and once you have created the territories, you can simply align those territories as well. If you want to adjust the areas into the territories, you can do that. So here there's an option of by territory option. I can just plot all of the territories that I have created over here. Let me select this, and here I'll just deselect some of them. So I'll just plot the territories that I've already created into the CRM. I can now align them. So alignment means you can adjust the areas over here. So I can just select any one region. For example, I'll just choose this region and I can right click on it. So here it will show me the two options. Sorry, let me select two options, move to and copy to. So if I just use move to and I select any particular territory and I click on proceed, what it will mean that this particular region has been removed from the current territory and it has been moved to another territory that you have selected, which was the move to action, right? So now I have also another option, which is copy to. If I want this particular region to be a common region for two fundraisers, I can do that. I can just click on copy to, I can select a territory over here and I can click on proceed. So this particular region will be copied to another territory that you have selected, and this will be accessible by two different fundraisers that are handling the two territories. So this is how you can use the copy to and move to functions in order to align your territories as well. So once you have created the territories as well as assigned those territories, so you already know we have the territory assignment workflow as well. You just have to simply go to the accounts over here. By default it is available for account entity. If you want to assign your territories to other entities, you can simply create the territory assignment workflow. Just select these records over here, go for the flow, and you will be able to see the territory assignment workflow within this list. So once you have created the territories, and sorry, once you have created the territories and you have assigned those territories to the respective records, you will be able to visualize those territories along with the records that they have been assigned with. Okay, so I'll just click on detail map and I'll just go for another option into the plot card, which is meant for visualization. So here, this is the data, the application where you create and align your territories. Now here, this is the option where you visualize the territories. Once the manager or the admin has created all of the territories, the rest, all of the respective users, Maplytics users, will be able to visualize the territories within the plot card itself. And here I can just select this territory by territory option and use the territory that have been created. You can further control into the settings. You will be able to control whether your fundraisers will be able to plot all of the territories that have been assigned with those sorry, all of the territories that have been created into the CRM, or if you want to control them to see only those territories that they have been assigned with, so you can do that. Into the settings, you can restrict the fundraisers to see only the territories that they are territory manager, right? So here the fundraisers can select the territories. So here you can see the respective details. So fundraisers, you will be able to see the territories they have been assigned with. They will be able to see all of the records that they have been given to handle, and further they will be able to create the routes and meet all of the clients. Apart from this, the managers will also be able to see the territories and further the performance as well. The summary card will give you the details of any particular numerical value in the form of sum and average. So you will be able to see the performance of each of the territories as well. So this is how you will be able to create and align your territories, further assign the territories to the respective records and the fundraisers, and further allow them to handle their own regions of responsibilities and further meet the respective clients. Now, let's move on to the last feature of the webinar, which is the real-time tracking. So what we have is that we have created a whole application for the real-time tracking. You can use find this application into the Play Store or the App Store. Just install it, and then you will be able to just put in the credentials and log into the applications. So fundraisers need to install this applications in order to allow the CRM to track, allow Maplytics to track their location. So once they have installed it, it will ask you for the location, and you can see the location has been plotted on the map. So this is how the fundraisers can install this application, see their own location on the map, and further they will be able to enable the tracking. So here you can see enable tracking option. They can enable the tracking while they are starting their journey for the day, and further disable the tracking after they have completed the day as well. So here you can see there's a button to reach the dynamic CRM right from the screen of the Maplytics tracking app. So the person, the fundraisers, can simply use this button of dynamic CRM. They will be able to switch to dynamic CRM application in order to move to Maplytics as well, right? So it is convenient for the fundraisers just to open the app, enable the tracking, move on to dynamic CRM, and start using Maplytics in order to plot the route and further follow the route. Now, so here let's move on to the live demonstration of the real-time tracking. So once the fundraisers have enabled the tracking, their reporting managers will be able to track their activities into the real time on the field. So here I can just select the users and I can plot the users. So here I have 3 users plotted on the map, right? So the reporting managers can select the fundraisers over here, and they will be able to see the 2 buttons over here. The one is today's plan and another is history. So which means that the people, the reporting manager will be able to track the fundraisers into the real time as well. So let's go for today's plan. So here you will be able to see the tracking detail of the respective fundraiser over here into the for the present day today. So which means that in case your fundraisers is right now traveling on the field, so and moving on the field, you will be able to see the push pin of the respective fundraisers moving around on the map into the real time as well. Okay, so here this is the tracking detail of the fundraisers for today. You will be able to see 2 colors are there. If I just use the layer menu, this is one color, sky blue, and this is another color, navy blue, right? So what is the difference? This particular route is the actual route that the fundraiser actually traveled on the field, and this is the route that the fundraiser was assigned to travel, right? Which means that you have planned a route for the fundraiser to follow, and the person might be deviating from the route for some reason, right? So which is why real time tracking basically helps you to see what is the route that was assigned to the person and what is the route that the person actually traveled on the map. So this is the actual traveled route. So you will be able to see if in case the person deviated somewhere from the route that the person was assigned to, right? So this is how you will be able to see the deviations as well. And this is the summary card that will give you the details of how many appointments the person was has gone for the meeting and how much time they have traveled, everything over here. You can also click on the individual appointment to see the respective details over here, and you will be able to further track them. So this was the today's plan. Let me just go for another option, which is the location history over here. So if I just click on location history, this means you will be able to track your fundraiser into the past as well. I'll just select a past date, and here you will be able to see the tracking details into the past. So you can see the route, and again 2 colors of route. One is the navy blue and another one is it's like light blue or something, right? So here I can see, using the layer menu, I can see the 2 colors over here. which means that one is the route that was actually traveled by the the fundraiser, and another route that was given by the given by the manager to the respective fundraiser in order to follow. And you will be able to see all of the deviations that were made by the fundraisers. So this is how, using real-time tracking feature, you will be able to track your fundraisers, the service providers, technicians, or the salespeople that are out into the field into the real time. You'll be able to see their push pin moving on the map into the real time if they are right now traveling on the field, or you can just go for the history and look at the traveling details of the past date as well. You'll be able to figure out if your field rep or the fundraiser has deviated from the route that they have been assigned with. So this was all of the live demonstration, and I'll just start one of the poll. If you have some time, please vote for the feature that will be the most relevant and most useful for you. Let me just start the poll. So I've launched a poll. Please vote for the feature that you think will be the most useful for your organization or you like the most. You can just vote in for that. So I'll just wait for 1 minute and we'll be moving ahead for the Q&A session. Please type in, please vote for the feature that you think will be the most useful for your organization. So I'll be waiting for a few more seconds. Please vote for your favorite feature that you like the most or you feel will be the most useful. Please vote for it. So I'll be closing the poll into 10 seconds. Okay, so I hope everyone has voted for their most useful feature. Let's close the poll and let's move on to the Q&A session. Please type in if you have any questions. I'll be answering them. Okay, Emily has asked that she was late for this webinar. It's completely okay. We'll be sharing the webinar deck to all of the attendees after the webinar, so you can just go through that. If in case you want a customized demo as per your own use cases, you can just mail me at crm@inotic.com, and I'll be most happy to give you the demonstration, especially based on the use cases. Okay, Pete has a good feedback. I'm really sorry. I was a bit fast today. I'm really sorry for that because I had a lot to cover. I'm really sorry for that. Let me give you another web demonstration. If you have some time, you can just contact me at crm@inotic.com, and based on your availability, I can show you another demonstration, especially based on your use cases that you come across. Please type in if you have any question. I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, David has asked if the live tracking is available for the sales app. Yes, live tracking is available for the sales as well as the field service. If you want to track your sales people out on the field into the real time or the past history, you can do that using real time tracking feature. Okay, Richard has asked, can we create territories using KML file? So yeah, KML file is also a shape file that is supported into Maplytics. If you want, you can use the KML file to plot your regions on the map, and you'll be able to create territories out of them. Please type in if you have any questions. Okay, Mary has a question. What was the last option, that is overlay into the territory management? Yeah, the overlay feature into the territory management basically allows you to see the census data as well. If you want to focus on any particular type of audience, like if you have a certain audience that you focus on any particular census demographics data, like any particular type of people into the specific gender, any specific income level or age group, or the number of the population into any particular region, any kind of demographics data, if you want to focus on, you can use the overlay feature in order to see the census data, and you can further focus on the main audience that you want to work on. So this becomes a more relevant data because you are able to focus on the audience that will be the most relevant for your business. So that's how the overlay feature can be used, and you'll be able to see your own census data as well. And Maplytics also provides default census data within the solution. You can configure it as well. Okay, let me know if you have any more queries. I'll be glad to answer those. Okay, Kevin has asked if the territory works for the custom entity. Okay, Maplytics works for custom entities as well. You will be able to create territories and assign them to the custom entities as well. You will be able to visualize your custom entities as well. So Maplytics perfectly works with the custom entities. If you have any, you just have to create the entity map, that is the main entity that connects your entities with Maplytics. Just create an entity map for your custom entity, and you will be able to get that listed into the list of data source where you can select the entity in order to visualize them or create territories for. Okay, so I'll be waiting for a few more minutes. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'll be answering them for you. Lisa has a question. If I am doing the proximity search, can I export the data? So yeah, if you want to analyze your data out of Maplytics, you can also export the data right where I had shown the option of send email into the mass actions. So there's an option of export Excel. So you'll be able to just click on export as an Excel file, and the data that you have plotted on the map will be you'll be able to export it as an Excel file, and you'll be able to use it out of the Maplytics as well. Peter has question, am I able to download the map that I have plotted? Yeah, so if you are seeing any data, if you want to see that data into the future as well without using Maplytics, you have the download map button into the Maplytics map at the left hand side. You can just use that download map button, that will allow you to download that particular map just the way you are seeing on the screen. It will get downloaded over there, and you will be able to use it out of Maplytics as well. So okay, so I'll be waiting for one more minute. Let me know if you have any more queries. Okay. Sorry. Shane has asked, is it possible to see one entire customer list on the detail map rather than seeing 50 at a time? Okay, so here we have The view data grid that you were talking about, you can expand that view data grid. That will show you the whole list as well. But apart from that, increasing the range of 50, I'll just get back to you on the mail for the same. If we are able to show you all of the data, I'll get back to you on the mail. Let me know if you have any other queries. Okay, Richard has asked a question if the auto scheduling can be used for field service as well. Yes, like I said, you'll be able to create schedule for your technicians or the engineers that are out to provide the services to your clients. You'll be able to use auto scheduling for them as well. So auto schedule Maplytics basically, Maplytics works for the auto scheduling, sorry, field service as well. Into the field service, you will be able to plot your work orders, and you will be able to schedule the work orders for multiple field service, the resources, and you will be able to schedule the create a schedule for your resources and assigning them the work orders, and the bookable resource bookings will also get created. So which means that using auto scheduling, you will be able to create multiple bookable resource bookings as well as multiple routes for your multiple resources, in fact links into the schedule board as well if you want. So let me know if you have any more queries. I'll be ending this webinar into a minute or so. Let me know if you have any queries. I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, so I believe I have answered all of the questions. In case you have any more questions, you can come up to me at crm@inogic.com. You can go ahead to our website. You can see this website, the webinar deck as well, that will be provided after the webinar. You will be able to see all of the success stories that our valuable customers have shared with us, and you will be able to see various the customer success stories as well as the testimonials as well. You can go through how Maplytics has benefited our customers and partners. You can see the testimonials from our most valuable partners as well, and you will be able to see some of the FAQs as well. I can uh, answer them into the mail if you want, and you can contact me at crm@inogic.com to get a customized demo. If you are new to Maplytics, you can just go to the Maplytics website or the app source where our solutions have been listed over there. You can just download the solutions, and the configuration is very easy. That could be done within 15 minutes, and you can start a free trial that will be valid for 15 days, and you can start evaluating Maplytics for your use cases. So thank you so much for attending this webinar. I was glad to demonstrate the Maplytics features to you. Let me know if you want a customized demo, especially based on your use cases or your clients' use cases if you are a partner. And I'll be glad to demonstrate Maplytics, especially based on the use cases that you have. You can just type a mail at crm@inogic.com, and you can just contact me to get a customized demo, and you can follow our social media handles as well to get the most recent updates. So we'll be meeting soon into another webinar to come, and thank you so much again to attend this webinar, and let's meet into another webinar. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.